Hi guys. Boy, we got some nasty weather going on out there today. We got snow squalls, and it's only in the low 30s. Give you a little shot out the garage door here. Yeah, it's just a super blustery day. Anyways, I wanted to duck in here where you might be able to hear me over the sound of the wind. Let you know about another project that I got going on here. Kind of put this project ahead of some of the other ones that I wanted to get done, just simply for the fact that my wife suffered a heart attack a few weeks ago, and she's recovering. She's doing well, but anyways, she she really loves to decorate for the holidays, and she keeps all of her different holiday decorations in totes up in our attic, and it's quite a flight of stairs going up and down there, and so I was scrambling trying to come up with a way that she could still do the things that she likes to do without having to, go up and down stairs, let alone carry totes up and down stairs. So I decided to build a stair lift. Most of these that I've seen have just been for a person to ride up and down the steps. So I'm trying to take this a step further, and it's actually going to be a platform where she can sit on the end if she wants. That's my original thought, and there's still going to be plenty of room for her to be able to set totes and boxes and stuff like that on this, and this is going to hopefully be the answer to get her up and down to our attic. At some point here, I'm planning on putting in a home elevator. It's something I've wanted to do for years and years, and I know there's quite a few guys out there that have done similar things. Whether they call them garage elevators or barn elevators or whatever they call them. But so some of the stuff that I did for this stair lift, I'm going to be able to reuse down the road should I decide to put this in. And one of this is going to be this hoist right here that I got at Harbor Freight. It's an 880 if you double the line, 440 single line, and I think it's going to work fine. I've already ran it a little bit, and I was just super surprised at how quiet this was. I know some of the people are talking about how loud it was, and maybe it'll sound different in the house, but outside here or in the garage, it sounds pretty quiet to me. So anyways, a little here, a little bit there. I've been working on coming up with a stair lift, and I decided to use, instead of building things like so many people did, I had some pieces of old industrial aluminum ladder, and so basically that's going to be my track, and then using the same material, I'm making the sled that's going to be pulled up and down the base ladder. Right now I don't have any plans to put wheels on it. I just plan on oiling or greasing the track, and it's not going to see that much use. So I'm just kind of playing that by ear. If need be, I did figure out a way that I can put some flange bearings on the carriage or the sled, whatever you want to call it. And if I start to notice too much wear between the two pieces, but I'll take you outside right now, and I'll show you what I've got, and hopefully within the next day or two, I'm going to start carrying these pieces in, start mounting them in the stairwell, and I'll keep the video camera rolling and try to take you along on this project. So, anyways, this is what I got here. So this is the piece that's going to be at the top. I just used a chunk of square tubing and some flat stock, welded it together, have a big heavy eye bolt in here. Bolted this to the top of the ladder, and then you can see these are all drilled, and those are the pieces slide in here, and these three pieces all interconnect to give me about 18 feet, which is going to extend way beyond the top of the steps. This is the sled that's going to slide. And if I can make it do it here. There you go. Whoop, that's why it wasn't sliding. So it's I don't know if you can see, but it's got a really heavy curled edge on both sides here, which is going to, you know, keep it side to side, and the angle, the down pressure should keep it. I know it's hard to kind of get an idea, but this is all going to be tipped like this. So when this is set up on the stairs, if I've done my math right, from here to here is going to be level. This piece of tubing, I built some plastic spacers to put in behind here, bolted this together. This is where the hoist is going to bolt to. So yeah, that's where I'm at with this, and I know that's a lot real quick, but like I said, it is super cold out here. It's windy. I don't even know how well you can hear me, so I'm going to end this now, and when I start to get this put up in the stairwell, I'll turn the video cam back on and show you what I got going on. So yep, that's it. Stair lift. All right, see ya. Well, hey everyone, just bringing you another little update on what I've done here with the stair lift carriage. I did go ahead and decide to put a set of wheels, in this case bearings, on it so it'll roll more easily. So I'll show you what I've got here. Anyways, these were flange bearings I had to grind. I don't know if you can see back here, they had a flange on them, and so I ground that off so that the bearing was smooth the whole way around. And then I cut sections of the carriage out and bolted these on, and it's created a pretty good gap in between the pieces here, but yet I'm still going to be able to utilize the the factory molding of these two pieces to keep it lined up from side to side. And anyways, I picked up I don't know if you caught it in that shot or not, but I picked up a few 2x4s the other day, so I'm going to get busy to build the carriage, the framework that's going to go on top of the carriage anyways, and I'll try to turn the camera on and show you a little bit of that, but it's getting close. Picked up a gallon of stain slash polyurethane. I'm going to sweep the attic steps down real good from top to bottom, clean everything up, and then I'm going to put a couple coats on, because once this is mounted in place, it'll just, there's still going to be dust and things that accumulate, but the cleanup's going to be much better if it just, right now the stairs they're old and they're pretty, the wood's really dry, so I mean they're just screaming to be sealed up with something. So I'm going to take the time to do that before I start carrying these pieces in and start getting them mounted and leveled up, and so far no huge snags, but now that I've said that, wait and see. So alright, well, that's the update for now, so I'll keep the camera rolling with more updates. Catch you on the next one. Alright, not sure how the lighting is down here, but I want to bring you another little update on what's going on with the stair lift. So can't remember whether I showed you any of the carriage being built or not, but here it is. Got it sealed up with a couple coats of stain and urethane mix, and so this is going to be the platform. Give you a little look of the underside here. Just a 2x4 frame, and it's going to be the hauling slash riding surface. This on here is just to cover the cutout for where the cable's going to come. The cable's going to be at a pretty steep angle, if I've done my math right, where it's going to clear the brace back here, go under it, and then the cable's going to come up through here. So we're still kind of on the fence on whether we're going to put a seat here with a footrest, and then still have some cargo area here to set boxes and stuff on, or whether we're going to make this so that you actually stand maybe with one foot on either side of this with a handrail to give you a little more room. But yeah, so I don't know, I may sand this and put one more coat on it, but basically it's done. And I'll give you a little shot here of yeah, I'm down here working in my basement because the weather's been so crappy, instead out in my garage. So what I did here was I bought this 14 gauge 25 foot extension cord, cut the end off, wired it into this utility box outlet switch. So unlike most of the units that I see that are being done with hoist, is that the hoist stays stationary and everybody has to lengthen their control cord to their hoist to accommodate whether it's it's an attic lift or what's going on, however they're using it. So I'm going at this a little bit different. I'm going to originally I was going to use a retractable electric cord, but I don't think I'm going to need it. And this will make sense to you once you see how this build progresses. But basically, the extension cord is going to run the length of the stairs and plug in at an outlet at the top. The hoist is going to be mounted on the carriage, and the hoist will travel with you, so there'll be no need to lengthen the controller for the hoist. It'll just probably be mounted in a fixed location somewhere on the carriage, so that you can push the up button or the down button. So the reason I went this direction is because I'm going to mount this switch upside down like so, underneath behind here, so that there isn't power on this all the time. Kind of a little safety factor there that maybe not everybody will realize that you have to turn that switch on in order, because the hoist is going to be plugged into this outlet. So when you turn this on, it's going to energize the outlet, which will give you power to the hoist. So when it's not in use, it can be shut off. And that way, nobody without our knowing will likely be able to, play around on this. I've got a couple young granddaughters, and they helped remind me that I need to build safety into different things that I normally wouldn't. So yeah, so it's pouring down the rain again today, and right now I've just been working on prepping the stairwell. I'll give you a little look at that. Just a wooden stairwell. The width is pretty good, but it's really steep, 14 steps, and that's what's kind of got me doing this whole project. They're just terrible steps to go up and down, and I certainly don't need my wife trying to transition those, let alone trying to drag totes of things up and down. So that's what's making this build all come together. So I've cleaned everything down from top to bottom. I've already given them one coat of the same stain. It's made by Minwax, and it's a stain with the polyurethane already in it, so it's kind of like you don't have to do two steps, it's one step. So I've got a little bit of sanding to do at the bottom, because at some point somebody had finished cleaning out a paintbrush or something in part of the wood near the bottom. So I want to sand that down to bare wood so that it matches everything else. But they're going to get their second coat today, and if the rain stops, I may go out and get a sheet of plywood, a piece of plywood in here, and start working on making the footrest, or bringing the seat in the wood in to come up with that, because I really think that's the direction we're going to go. So we're going to put a seat with a footrest. The footrest is going to be removable, so if you just want to go up and down the stairs without using the lift, that it'll just easily lift right off and give you a wider berth to go up and down the steps with. So the only other thing that's going to happen here to the carriage is on this side, which is going to be the side face in the wall. It's going to have a piece of plywood that's probably going to be, oh, I don't know, maybe as much as 30 inches stick up, just kind of as a as a backrest. So again, I hope the lighting down here with the camera isn't too funky, and yeah, I'll keep you posted. I'll keep turning the camera on as the project evolves, and we'll see you on the next one. Hey everybody, wanted to kind of do like a final installment on this stair lift, since I pretty much got it done. I've got two more little small things that I want to do, but nothing that's really worth mentioning. But anyways, this is the final process of this, and hopefully you find it interesting. So made some changes since some of the things that I was originally going to do, and I'll try to explain that here real quick. But so kind of give you a little shot here what I got going on. Got a backrest, put a little angular support in here, got a nice little cargo area, which is what really sets this apart from a lot of, you know, people mover type stair lifts. And got a seat, footrest. One thing I'm going to do with the footrest is I'm actually going to relocate it down this way so that this is about right here, and then I'm going to mount it on a hinge so that this whole thing can be flipped up and sits on the seat. If you just want to go up and down the stairway, it'll be up out of your way. So I don't know if you remember, originally I was going to have a box mounted underneath here so that you could turn the power off and on, and I had an extension cord into that. Well, it proved that the extension cord was just going to be a real hassle, but I still like the idea of mounting the hoist on the lift, and being able to just leave the controller with the standard length cord right here, which at some point I may mount just to the side of the seat. I don't know yet. So what I ended up doing here was I did away with the junction box and the cord, and I spent the money, and I went and I got a retractable. I'll take you up there so you can see it better, but I got a large retractable extension cord, and it comes and goes as the trolley goes up and down the rails. This is but it is hot all the time. I still could put a switch in it if I wanted to, but I don't know that I will. But this is the 3-tap end of that retractable cord. Got the hoist plugged into it. If you need power anywhere between here and upstairs, well, you can plug into this because it is hot all the time. So anyways, one other little thing I had to do was I had to add a 1/4-inch shim to this side of the rail to level the whole thing out a little bit. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and ride it up, and we'll talk a little bit more when I get up there, but here we go. Retractable cord's just taking the electric right back up into the reel. You stop it when you get up here and step off at a comfortable position. And yeah, I have a lot of work I want to do up in this attic. You can see all the exposed insulation, and so much redding up needs to be done, but we want to start sheeting this and getting this done up better. But anyways, you can step off on it once you get up here at a comfortable position, and then you can take your controller and you can run this on up. Well, here, let me turn the light on. And now anything that you were bringing up here with you is up here, so you don't have to stand too awful close to the top of the stairs, and you can take your boxes or your totes or whatever it was that you were hauling up and down in here and safely unload them. I'll drop this down a moment. So I did have to build a support bracket here. The top of this was a little bit shaky, just with nothing but the aluminum ladder hanging out in the space, so that worked out pretty good. And the only other thing I want to do up here is I want to probably on this rung right here, I'm going to bolt a piece of wood or something on here that's going to activate the auto stop on the hoist, so that when you go to run it up the rest of the way, it'll hit that, because where this is located at is way too high. You will have ran out of track by the time that this rubber stopper has hit that mechanism. So anyways, that's that. My wife has already been using it. I've been using it, and it's going to be a huge benefit to us. Traversing up and down these really steep stairs. So probably the only other thing that I want to do is possibly put a fall restraint on it, like a lot of people have with these garage and attic lifts, just in the event that the cable would break or the brake would fail on the motor, that I don't go sailing down these rails and end up out in my yard going through the wall. Wouldn't be good. So here we go, back down. Oh, I'd better shut the light off. There we go. And that's all there is to it. The only other thing besides the auto stop at the top is I want to put some kind of a heavy-duty spring or cushion stop here at the bottom, so that it's not just metal on metal when it hits the bottom. It'll be a little bit of a cushion stop, and when you feel that, you can let off the button and you're ready to go. So anyways, hopefully this has been of interest, and a little bit different twist on some of the other ones that I've seen out there. Like I say, traditionally stair lifts are primarily just made for, just a person, or very little space to do anything else with. And the purpose of this whole process was to aid my wife in being able to go up and down to our attic and continue doing the things that she enjoys doing without having to go up and down, walk up and down the stairs, or to try and lug totes and boxes up and down the stairs. So, yep, that's going to be it for the stair lift, and going to move on to some more projects. Got lots of them going on, so stay tuned, and thanks for watching.